Good news! Whitney doesn't have bulimia. Bad news. Whitney's 17 and pregnant. Okay, there was so much information in this episode, they actually started wrapping some things up, which is good since there's only one episode left of the season. She goes to New York and is back to hooking up with Noah. They try to get a hotel, but at $1,200 for one room, they end up where else? Back at Noah's place. He swears he isn't going to do her in Helen's bed, but he changes his mind and the two get busy. She's kind of vindictive toward Helen and starts squirting out all of her expensive shampoo and then starts breaking stuff in the kitchen. And when she quickly tries to clean up her mess, she throws it in the trash can. And what does she find there? A pregnancy test. Noah's still trying to seal the deal with Alison and he wants her just for himself, so he says he's going to get his own place. And by place of his own, he means a stash pad, so he can do Alison and still stay with his wife. It's the perfect solution. Alison decides to go home, but she stops at the bar on the way there and runs into his royal creepiness, Oscar. And then she decides to do him. Why? This gives Oscar the perfect opportunity to tell Alison all about the things that are going on at Cole's ranch. Basically, they're broke. Alison decides to confront her mother-in-law about the mortgage situation on the ranch, and the mother-in-law gets real nasty about it, and then blames Alison to her face for Gabriel dying. At which point, we see her cut herself, and then she has to go to the doctor, and then they have a talk about why Gabriel died. It turns out he had secondary drowning in his sleep. There's also this little boy and his mom who keep kind of following her around and telling her to come back. Kind of assume she's hallucinating it, but I'm not totally sure. She tells Cole that she cannot stay in Montauk anymore or she will die. She doesn't want to die. She also tells him that she loves him, and she just leaves the house. And then we see that Cole has chased her to the train station and doesn't want her to leave without him. Be still my heart. Noah. Noah, of course, is sleeping with Alison at his house while Helen's out of town, and then accidentally throws her shirt in the wash. So Alison has to wear one of Helen's shirts, which is weird. Noah says he finds the pregnancy test in the trash and confronts Helen because he thinks she's pregnant. And then they realize it's Whitney. She tells him she's going to have an abortion, but doesn't tell him who the boy is. So Noah goes to Planned Parenthood to meet this boy, and it turns out that it's a very hot man, Scotty. I guess we know what Scotty and Whitney were doing this summer. Noah decides he's so in love with Alison that he just has to leave Helen, so he goes to Max to talk about it. Max tells him not to because women are like the stock market, and you need to put your money in a high-performing investment and leave it there. He also reminds him that he did love Helen, and that what he has with Alison right now is just a schoolboy fantasy. Second season idea. I want Max and Helen to get together. So Noah has a moment to ponder a smart choice, staying with Helen and his family. But we already know Noah's not smart, so he decides it's time to leave Helen. After Noah tells Helen he wants to leave and she kicks him out of the house, he gets on a train back to Montauk. And as he gets off, he sees Alison and Cole standing there having their little chat. Alison turns around and looks at him, kind of shrugs her shoulders, and just gets on the train. Now, the affair has been picked up for a second season, so I don't know how many of these loose ends they're going to actually tie up. Which is frustrating because I want to know everything that happens, but it's a good thing because then we have another season of this to watch. Let me know what you thought about this episode, and tell me if you think they're going to let us know who killed Scotty at the season finale.